Right, so I've been on Takuma gear now for a little while. I've been riding the Kujira 2s mainly in the 1400, 1250, 1100, and I have the 950 and a couple of different tails. And I just wanted to share some thoughts on my feels on them. Uh, Basically, these wings, I find them really forgiving. They're an excellent turning wing, probably the best turning wing I've had for their size. You can get away with riding a wing size up and it still turns as well as other brands, I guess, in the size down. And that way you get that kind of really good pump and carry that's really useful in the surf, for downwind and for winging. They're very stable wings, so they are hard to I guess breach. They're good at recovering from tip breaches. They're very good across turbulent water. They're a very good blend, I think, probably between a high aspect wing and a surf wing, and you get the benefits. I mean, this is the 1100. It's still reasonably high aspect, but you can see it's got, if you look at the shape of it and you look at the tips and that sweep back, it is really just designed to turn. You'll feel that as soon as you ride it. Like, it's just like, wow, these things can really turn. But where I've, I guess really frothed out on these is they are very good pumping foils, and forgiving pumping foils. Like some of the HA foils, you can pump them really well where conditions are perfect, but it's not always perfect. And if you're anything like me, I mean, I've been foiling for a while, like 4 years, but I still mess things up. Like, I get tired, I mess my timing up, and I want a wing that I can make a mistake, they cover it and still pump out. So that's the 1100. This is the 1250, which is a bit of a favorite for lighter winging. We're using this one for sup foiling, and as you go up in sizes, they get a little more high aspect. They all come with this cool matching tail. It's a single bolt, so it's just such a simple system to use. The fuse is like super stiff. I've come from riding a bunch of other brands that are renowned for their stiffness, and these are like super stiff. All the connections is like zero wobble in anything, and the quality is epic. So I just find these really good in the sense that they just do everything foil. You can downwind, prone, wing, everything. You get away with two of these. Like heavier guys, the 1400, maybe the 1100 or 950, lighter guys, maybe the 1250 and 950. Literally one fuse, two tails, rock up to the beach. I like I've got the carbon mast in 75 and the 85. Again, I found them super stiff, connections super stiff, very efficient. They just do everything really well without needing to have, I guess, high aspect this and then a surf wing and then 50 different tails. So you can just sort of get on it, and that's important for me. I mean, I'm 44. I've got 2 kids. I run a business. I do get in the water quite a lot, but I just want something that's fun, that pumps well, that turns well. And these do. That's I guess the main thing about these. You can really, even on the 1250, I was riding it yesterday winging, and you could just turn it just tip to tip. You just can't do that on some of the higher spec stuff. The good guys can. The good guys can. Insta videos, they're like ripping on those things. But for the more average person, and I'm putting myself into that category, these are way easier to turn, way easier to pump, way easier to recover. You just have more fun. You go faster because you're in control. You pump further because you can. So like for me, it's been a really good change. I do greatly prefer this style of wing. Aspect ratio approximately 8. It just does. I find everything well, and just gives me a lot of confidence, particularly at high speed, to turn. So look, they're my thoughts. I'm going to do another video at some point on all these different design features, which are very cool. But in the in for this review. It's just mainly on the feels. And that kind of I summarize that as, yes, stability, control, quite glidey, and very, very good to turn, to pump, and for downwind I can flat water start the two bigger ones, the 1400 and 1250 pretty easy. I think I can probably flat water start the 1100 as well, which I'll have a crack at in the next little while, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, overall, love them.